All right, there's one single biggest first takeaway from these first two preseason games, and it's that the 49ers draft class is looking very good and very deep. Remember, they've needed this draft class to be good and deep so they can infuse what is the oldest roster in the NFL, a star-laden but old roster with a lot of cost-controlled talent. But yesterday, Renardo Green, I wrote about him and I wrote about Malik Mustapha. What a group of DBs the 49ers have waiting in the wings at this point. Darrell Luter Jr., second-year guy, helped seal that game for San Francisco. But Renardo and Malik Mustapha, you could read about it on The Athletic, these two guys actually trained together before they were drafted. And then they were both drafted to the same spot, to the 49ers. Isn't that something? They're already communicating really well on the field. Renardo had that really nice pass breakup. Press man coverage is his specialty, and good example of press man coverage against the starting NFL quarterback. It was against a Derek Carr throw to the sideline. Malik Mustapha wore a Ronnie Lott jersey, I guess I should say, one of the black jerseys to the game. I think he said he wanted to be in that mentality. Well, he comes downhill and he hits Dominic Puni. Don't miss the play on the goal line. It was an incompletion to Trent Taylor, but Puni, the awareness to help out Colton McKivitz and then spin back around and help on the backside of the play. He's got the IQ to be an upgraded pass protection, and I think he's got the strength too. His little push there was big. It was one of those additions to a play that you say, okay, this guy can play offensive line. A lot of people were saying, well, they didn't use a draft pick on a first or second round offensive lineman. They must have not invested in the offensive line. Puni might be just as good as a first or second round pick. I mean, he didn't give up a single sack in college, and it doesn't matter where a player was drafted. I think 49ers fans should know that from guys like Brock Purdy, right? Or maybe guys like Juwan Jennings or guys like George Kittle. Jacob Cowing, fourth round pick. I mean, the guy can fly. Fastest receiver in the first 5 yards in the 2024 draft. Jacob Cowing, the pump and go from Josh Dobbs yesterday. Impressive play for San Francisco, and the jet sweep too. I think he had 70 yards on 5 touches. So Jacob Cowing can get it done for San Francisco. I think he's a little bit thicker than Ray McLeod, which gives the 49ers maybe a little bit more expandability, adaptability with that gadget weapon. And if he can return punts, that's huge for San Francisco, because they obviously need to replace that with Ray McLeod now gone. Jarrett Kingston, one of the linemen who's really good at the short shuttle. Dominic Puni, play I was talking about, Dominic Puni showed off his short shuttle ability, but Jarrett Kingston, the 6th round pick, also scored well there. You could tell the 49ers R&D department took a big hand in drafting offensive linemen this year, and Kingston's been very good in pass protection over his first couple games. And I've also liked what I've seen from Tatum Bethune. I don't think he's nearly as good in coverage, but the 7th round linebacker can hit, and he brings a real mentality to that 49ers defense. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players I listed that have shown very promising in-game returns from this 2024 draft class already. This has a chance to be a major hit. We haven't talked about Ricky Pearsall yet in this video. We haven't talked about Isaac Guerendo yet in this video because they've been hurt. But if those two guys are able to heal up and also deliver, well, this will be one major grand slam. It won't just be a home run for the 49ers in their draft class. So that's the early takeaway after the first 2 preseason games. Do not underestimate how good this draft class has looked early for San Francisco.